Frank Nania, my father, is gone 12 years now on this date of February 20th, 2020. There he is in the 1953 phone book in New York. I want to bring your attention over here to some of the things that he owned. He was a barber. Here's his hair cutting tools that he used. Many scissors. Frank Nania, born on October 1st, 1922, Harlem, New York. Here's one of his outfits when he cut hair. Here's the bag that he carried his items in. Here's another hair cutting smock that he wore. Here's an actual apron that he wrapped around people when he cut their hair. He's gone 12 years now. Pair of pants that we kept of his, black, a pair of gray pants. The Galliano guitar, the first guitar I ever saw in my life. He bought this in the late 40s. It's a 1941 model. Frank Nania, my father, played this guitar. This is how I learned how to play on this instrument. These are his possessions. I kept them here just to show the world that he's gone 12 years, but he's not forgotten. He was a barber all his life. He was in World War II as a Navy apprentice seaman. Here's some photos of him here. Christmas, 1998, Whitestone, New York. That's the last guitar that he ever played back in January of 2008. He played this guitar in the hospital bed, Bruce Ackerman model. And I want to keep an eye on all these possessions of his here. It's very vital in his story, you know, of his life, that he was a barber. Here he is with my mom in Nyack, New York. The 2000 maybe. Here he is cutting my hair in Whitestone, New York. There's the Whitestone Bridge. Dinner time. Christmas, 1995. My mom in New York. Let's go over to the computer now. Let's see what we got here. We got him in the phone book there, right? Joe Nania, 1953 phone book. Let's see what we got here. Frank Nania tribute. Let's go with the videos. These are tributes that I did to my dad, for my dad, years ago. And it just shows a bunch of photos of him over the years. He was a great guy. You know, he played the guitar, he sang. And we're going to speed things up here. Let's see what we got here. There he is in the Navy, 1940s. We're going to get out of here. We're going to go to this area of downloads. We're going to look at the pictures here of Frank Nania. And we're going to start looking at stuff here. It's called the Chronicles of Nania. Okay, hold on, we're getting there. Frank Nania. A lot of stuff coming up right now. Just got to be patient. Hold on. There he is. I did a record called the Chronicles of Nania. Frank Nania, gone 12 years ago. There he is with his cousin, 1955, Harlem, New York. 12 years ago this morning, I was at Torrance Memorial Hospital with him, February 20th, 2008. There he is cutting my hair. 1994, January 16th. A peaceful day in backyard of 917 El Segundo, Sheldon Street. His wedding date, October 31st, 1948, Harlem, New York, with my mother, Claire Scores and Nania now. April 6, 1990, in New York. Frank Nania, he's gone 12 years now. Gone 12 years with my sister when she was under a year old. She was born April 13, 1951, so that was sometime in 52 maybe. There I am, Easter Sunday, 1970, Whitestone, New York, 154-1614th Avenue. With his cousin Viola, 1950s, playing the guitar in New York. Wedding date, October 31st, 1948, Harlem, New York. Again, Harlem, New York. This is my Aunt Pat, my mother's sister's wedding, November 25th, 1955, at Frank Nania and Claire Nania, and there's me, Joe, and my sister Barbara at our apartment. Cutting my hair January 16th, 1994, Whitestone, New York, 14938 23rd Avenue, Whitestone, New York, 11357. Pictures of us on Easter Sunday, 1995, 25 years after I took that, before I took a picture right there at that spot. Bronx, New York, with his cousins. Oh yeah, Frank Nania, Easter Sunday, 1970, Whitestone, New York. There I am playing 2 days after he passed away at Douglas Mortuary, El Segundo, California, with Danny Garrels and Mike and my mother singing I Can't Give You Anything But Love right over his casket there. His Galliano guitar on the internet. I had to show you that they were still selling them now in the 2000s. There he is, 1946. My mother, yet married, Dominic and Louis Greco, and my mother's sister Adrian. We called her Aunt Pat. There he is, Frank Nania, 1946, New York. Letters to his mother and family back home, World War II, when he was a Navy apprentice seaman. New Year's Eve, 1950 into 51, Harlem, New York. There he is. Aunt Anna, that's my father's cousin's wife. There's my mother. She's pregnant to my sister there. Aunt Anna, his mother-in-law. My father, Frank Nania. 1950 to 51 in Harlem, New York, New Year's Eve. Dominic Greco, and that's his friend, my father, Frank Nania, and his future wife, Claire, my mother, 1946 in New York. Again. Photos of Michaelino Nania, World War I veteran, World War II veteran, my father. There's my father with the natives of the islands, and early shots of him in school, 1920s. My sister, my Aunt Rose, in the Navy, 1942, 43, 44, 45. And my father again in the Bronx, New York, getting ready to leave. Cutting my hair, January 16, 1994, Harlem, New York. 12 years ago this morning, Torrance Memorial Hospital, room 430. Frank Nania passed away around 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning, somewhere around then. We went to see him right away. There we are. February 20th, 2008. It was a Wednesday morning. World War II shot with him and his buddy overseas, Guam and Saipan. Again, with his cousins singing at a party in New York, 1955 or 54. Another letter that he would write to his mom and his family. See, he was telling her that he's an apprentice seaman, the AS. Great letters he wrote back and forth to his mom, and his mom wrote back too. All right. Chronicles of Nania, I put that out as recordings of home 1950s Christmas and everything. Home recordings. There I am, Torrance Memorial Hospital, years later at room 430. Revisiting the room he passed away in. God bless you, Dad. Gone 12 years ago today. The Chronicles of Nania. Easter Sunday, 1995, 25 years after the 1970 photo of us there in that very spot. Let's go over it again. Here he is. Here's his possessions. And I'm his son, Joe Nania, just remembering it all. Here, 12 years later. after he passed away on February 20th, 2008. It's now February 20th, 2020.